Hey guys, Dr. Liz here to give you a little heads up about some formatting issues that can happen when you are doing your end citation of your article. Remember that at the end of your research article, at the end of your research paper, you need to have your original article cited. And what should happen in a perfect world is that you should be able to go to your article, like this example that I have here, and you should be able to click on this button that says Cite. And what that's supposed to do is generate a correct end citation for you. You should be able to just select that you want APA formatting because we know that's what we're using. You should be able to click copy to clipboard. Then you should be able to make a new document or to open up your research paper document. And you should be able to paste it in there, and it should be perfect because it comes from a citation generator. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and most of the time, they do not just copy and paste perfectly from the citation generator. This is an example of how it's not quite correct. Not a bad start, and you can use it, but you're going to need to make some adjustments. So that means that, say you do decide to use a citation generator, I'm going to continue using this one as an example. I'm going to go to the Milestone 1 resources that I was provided, and I've given you several different things because a lot of people have, different preferences for what they prefer. My personal favorite is this one right here, the Al Purdue site, and that's just because it's one that researchers use a lot. I'm going to open up that website. And to the left, you are going to see a list of basic rules. And we are going to go to this one that says reference list, articles, and periodicals. Because all of your articles that you guys have to choose from for this particular assignment are articles that are inside of larger periodicals. And you'll see here, they give you a basic formatting for what that should look like. So I'm going to copy and paste that basic format underneath our original citation so that now we can take a good look at how to fix it. So the first thing I'm going to notice between the one that I got from my citation generator and the basic format that was provided to me at the Al Purdue website is that in mine, the top of the article is indented, whereas in the official, what's supposed to be correct, it's actually anything below the top line that is supposed to be indented. So the first thing I need to fix is I need to align that top to the left, and then I need to indent the subsequent lines underneath so that it follows that correct formatting, where it's the bottom lines that are indented, not the top line. So that's the first thing I needed to fix. Next, I'm going to look at my author formatting. Traditionally, this part usually goes pretty well from a citation generator. So you'll notice from the overall that the author's last name comes first. There should be a comma followed by the initials. There's a comma in between each author, and then in front of the final author is the ampersand symbol. And then at the end, you see the final author's initials, but instead of a comma at the end, you'll see a period, and then the year that the article was published is in parentheses following the author or authors' names. And you can see that in my example, that part is actually done correctly. So we're good there. So after I've checked the article, author or authors, and the year, the next thing I need to look at is the formatting of the article. And notice here it says title of article. Notice that the word of an article is not capitalized. That means that only the first letter of the first word in the title of the article actually needs to be capitalized. And this is something that for sure I see wrong all the time. So again, it's only the first word in the title of the article that is supposed to be capitalized. So the next thing I'm going to fix in my citation is that this word dynamic needs to become lowercase. assessment, violence. So basically I need to uncapitalize every one of these letters in the front of each word because it's only that first. So it's only that first one. So now I've made that adjustment. The next thing you're going to notice is that it asks for the title of the periodical. Now this time there is more than one word capitalized. They just didn't capitalize the, ofs, ands, that kind of stuff. And you'll also notice that it's in italics. This is another thing that frequently does not go right when you're using a generator. So the title of the article is not in italics, okay? But the title of the periodical, that is the journal it appeared in, should be in italics. So that's going to be the next thing that I fix. Then I notice the volume number should come next. There's my volume number, which is correct. The issue number is there in parentheses. That part is correct. And then followed by a comma, which I have a comma, page numbers with a period at the end. So that part is all good to go. That part does match up. And then finally, this digital identification number is in the correct format from the citation generator that I got. So now, as you can see, I have it all in the correct format. And so that's the big gist, is that the citation generators are great when they work. They frequently don't quite work all the way. So just double check and make sure you use those resources that I've provided you to make sure that your end citation is correct. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks.